Art Works: How Organizers and Artists Are Creating a Better World Together. Written and narrated by Ken Grossinger, with Micheline Klagsbrun. For Micheline. Introduction. An upsurge of new alliances, fusing politics and culture, is altering the world of social activism. Organizers have long contested for power through unions and community organizations that have the infrastructure to support political mobilization. Periodically, their work is boosted by protest movements that exert pressure on politicians and the corporations that wield political power. But even though popular mobilizations can generate legislative change, these policy shifts are often unsustainable. Depending on who's in power, politicians are apt to undo legislative reforms and concessions when power changes hands. The political pendulum keeps swinging, but a shift in public attitudes can make the gains harder to undo. Many artist activists who work without a political infrastructure are increasingly focused on changing how the United States and other nations respond to injustice. They are building what has recently been called narrative power, taking control over the stories that shape how we think about history, culture, people, and places. These artist activists tap popular culture to tell important truth. They've played pivotal roles in virtually all movements for a more just and equitable society. From the photographers who exposed the brutality of white supremacy in the South to needleworkers who, drawing on craft traditions, pieced together the AIDS quilt, one of the largest public art installations in America. Street and digital art in the form of projections, poetry, music, and visual images reached millions via social media, propelling activism in the Black Lives Matter movement. Music provided anthems for all of these struggles. Because politics and culture are inextricably linked, organizers and artist activists are more likely to achieve lasting change in the body politic by working together. That sounds obvious, but until recently, as the field of cultural organizing started to develop beyond the work of the individual artist, and as the organizing community has begun to open itself to new forms of collaboration, many activists and organizers had been selecting one path or the other. Many others are now merging their approaches to challenging power. As Artworks documents, the strategic value of linking culture and politics with other social and economic forces is powerful. The following pages dive deeply into historical and contemporary movements during which labor and community organizers work hand in glove with artist activists and show how their joint work contributed to or restrained their progress. Artworks features organizers who brought artists to their strategy tables to contribute their ideas beyond their art, and artists who deployed their artwork in the service of social movements. The book explores the challenges of these collaborations and the extent to which organizations and artists have developed practices that enable or stymie their capacity to work together. Artworks also examines two types of institutions, foundations and museums, to discuss how they are shaping viewpoints and whether they are supporting or disrupting strategies for change. Each chapter draws on strategies that movement leaders, whether organizers or artists, have adopted to work together to advance social justice. In the real world, insurgent movements for change and issue-oriented campaigns work when they disrupt societal norms. That happens when political action and culture penetrate popular perceptions. A new wave of organizers and artists who are joining forces in movements for social change is rising. The opportunity to ride this wave gives us all hope for the future. 1. Freedom is a constant struggle. Art of the Civil Rights and Black Lives Matter movements. They buried us, but they didn't know we were seeds. The freedom songs of the civil rights movement bolstered
Sample complete. Ready to continue?